And so it has begun. Here we are for Game 2 of Project PC. I am, of course, your host, Simon Chaos of YouTube, Mixer.com, and Twitch TV. And like I said, disclaimer, right now I'm going to say exactly what I said at the beginning of For the Storm. I'm going to talk. This is by far and away my favorite game of 2015. Such an incredibly random story as to how I even got into this, because I think the only thing I ever saw before this game came out was a trailer that didn't really show much. I don't really remember it. I just remember seeing it, I think. So, you know, it kind of just like floated under my radar. There were a few other games probably out at the time that I was probably more interested in. But one day just randomly, Tomedy Games actually watched a playthrough from YouTuber Darkside Phil. She watched the first episode and actually decided to put it on and show me the game. And let me tell you, I was pretty hooked from that moment. I was like, one of the mechanics in the game was actually really interesting to me. I was like, oh, that's an unusual mechanic that in a story-based game, that sort of mechanic isn't something you'd really expect, but it was such a draw. I played the first episode, and literally, from there, I was absolutely hooked on it. I think at that point, the first 2 episodes were out, I believe, at that point. So, in conjunction with, it's quite funny, because back then, I actually did a Telltale kind of thing where I decided to redo a lot of Telltale games, say The Walking Dead, with direct capture setup, because the first time I did it was with my digital camera, and I think at the time when I first went into this, I was actually doing a very similar thing to what I'm doing now, because I decided to remove those playthroughs and do games like The Walking Dead and stuff with a direct capture setup on the Xbox One. That's how it started. And this was kind of like a part of it, and I decided to do all episode 1s, upload those, and then all episode 2s and upload those. And Life is Strange episode 2, I believe it was the first game I did after playing all the first episodes, because the first episode was just that good, and it just got better and better and better and better, and it's just like, after I'd finished it, it literally became the thing I talked about for like years. I think Tom Lady probably regrets ever telling me about it, because sometimes I wouldn't shut up. And even after that, like, funny story again before we get into it, almost every game I played had something in it that reminded me of Life is Strange. I think the most glaring point in that was Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, and you get to this point in the game where the Drake brothers pick up a Polaroid camera, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, not another one. And then Gears of War 4 did it again with the reference of Chrysalis and a butterfly, and yeah, pretty much for 2015, almost every game it felt like referenced this game, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. Now, it's 2019, it's 6th of March on day of recording. This is going to be my final playthrough of this game, and like I said at the beginning of the project, Life is Strange didn't really need to be done, but I decided to do it anyway because I've got plans to play Life is Strange 2 on PC and Twin Mirror on PC, 2 in particular games for Donut. But what I'm really using these playthroughs for in a way is to finally let go of this world, because I gave Life is Strange 1 a chance, I gave it a shot. And it ended up being one of the best games I've ever played in my life, aside from probably right at the end. But when you really think about it, the ending makes a lot of sense. So, I'm going to have to finally let go of it by playing this game one last time, and then I'll be ready. I'll be ready to jump into this new world and give Life is Strange 2 the same chance I get the first game. If I didn't do that, despite how I felt about a lot of things in this game, and not really wanting a sequel by the end of it, I was really kind of concerned about sequels, because there were a lot of sequels that had come out over the last year over this game being made. that really kind of disappointed me, say Gears of War 4 and Halo 4 and 5. They weren't bad games, but they were disappointing sequels that I felt didn't need to really exist. And I kind of felt that if a sequel was made to this game and it follows the same pattern, it's going to really hurt the series as a whole, a series I loved. But you know what? I think Don't Nod, and I'll say this again probably towards the end, Don't Nod did it right. They focused on an entirely new story, an entirely new locale, and all that. And it kind of leaves the legacy of this one in its own little zone, if you know what I mean. So that's what this is for. So let's get started because I've talked for 6 minutes already. So yeah, my final ever playthrough of this game, finally let it go for good, and finally move forward. I would do the series and Don't Nod such injustice if I didn't check out their future game. Basically, I don't want to do that because the first one was so good, and I want to give the second game the same opportunity I gave it, because it would be a disservice if I didn't. So, yeah. This was quite the beginning, let me tell you. It was quite the beginning. You just wake up in a rainstorm, and this random girl just shows up. And it's like, what the hell? This was some way to start a game, let me tell you.
What's happening?
I think it was very Alan Wake, actually, which I never played. Never played Alan Wake. I hear it's good.
I'm trapped in a storm.
It is on backwards compatibility for
How did I
Xbox
get
One,
here?
so
And where is here?
that actually might be something I check out.
Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there.
I wonder where this is.
Please let me make it there.
You know what I mean? That lighthouse is a direct reference. You will know what that place is if you watch Before the Storm. So you will know what it is. And yes, as you've probably seen, this is the PC version of the game. It's quite funny because at the beginning they said something about it being, oh, game experience enhanced with a controller. And I'm like, well, why don't you put it on PC then? These logs are supposed to fall. I don't know why they haven't. What? Oh wait, did they not? Oh right, okay, this isn't it. Okay, so this isn't the part, right? I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. So Blackwell Academy 1910. So you immediately know, you probably, if you've watched Before the Storm, you pretty much know who we are
Come on.
at this point.
Make it.
There you go. So yes, this is Maxine Caulfield, many years later.
Holy shit.
It's Maxie, she's back. Oh, spit.
Whoa. That was so surreal.
Called film Little Pieces of Time.
It was all a
But he
dream.
could be talking about photography.
Holy
as
shit,
he
what a
likely
dream
was.
sequence to
Okay.
start a game with.
I'm in class. Everything's cool. I am okay.
From light to
Pretty
shadow.
much.
From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an
I'll point
example
it
of
out
a
a bit.
photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in
I
black and
didn't
white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
Weird.
Diane Arbus.
There you go, Victoria. Why
Oh,
Arbus?
there's another familiar face.
Because of her images of hopeless faces. You feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those
It's all
sad
coming back
mothers
to
and
us.
children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right?
Oh right, so in this
And frankly,
game,
it's bullshit.
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson?
oh, so in this game, when
I
you
can hear
click
the
on
class
something,
laughing
you
at me
have to
now.
move the mouse to what you want to do. That's very interactive. I like that. Because Before the Storm, you got to do that, and you had to press either W or whatever key it was to do a thing. Now you've actually got to move towards it with your mouse. That's very different. Of course, this game was like 2 or 3 years before the Storm, so they obviously, yeah, I like that actually. I like that way. So yeah, as you probably would have guessed, Maxie loves her selfies. So this is actually a pretty cool photo. It's because there's a contest going on, and basically that's what she was referencing to this Mr. Jefferson about. Basically, there's this contest for photos coming on. Now, it's the Everyday Heroes contest. Now, I'm not really sure how this is an Everyday Heroes kind of thing. It's really just a selfie backwards. I'm not really sure if... It's like Max said, it's like, how can I show this? You know, it's not really in conjunction with what we're doing. I think there's a very telling thing with this photo. It kind of goes back to Before the Storm, and I think Max probably did it as a symbol of her loneliness. It kind of gives me a vibe of that song Photographs by Rihanna, which is such a weird thing, I know, but you know, when you listen to it, you sort of think of Max and how lonely she kind of was, and how all she had were photographs to reference that song. It's kind of weird how I think about stuff like that. I think that's the power of songs, though.
Seriously, though,
They make you think
I could
of
frame
things.
any one of you in a dark
I need to stop doing
capture
that.
I can't believe I still have this pencil case. I should upgrade to the 21st century. But I like it old school.
Yeah, I referenced that in Before the Storm. She likes her vintage stuff.
What if
I do
art was
love my
chosen to
analog
capture
camera.
the height?
I should take a quick picture now.
Okay,
She
photography
had
class or
art.
not, I was
I
very
haven't
kind
kept
of
up with my journal as much as I should.
I was very kind of
I
cautious
have
about
to
that
admit,
because I
My
didn't want to
little camera
land
bag
Max
is
in
battered, but
detention.
still taking.
I prefer Robert Frank.
If anybody else looked at this, what would they think?
So very Before the Storm-esque with this journal thing. I'm not going to read it all, but I probably might bring it up at certain points. I'm going to give it a quick read. I'm not going to spend too long. I want to find some things. Here we go. So the third thing in. Maybe I wanted to come back all along, just to see if Chloe and I are still even friends. But I do wish Chloe could have moved with us. That city was made for her. When we used to play pirates in our rooms in the woods, it seemed like Seattle was that fabled fairway island of treasure and adventure that we were always seeking. With coffee shops. So yeah, Max is the classic dork, but she's kind of adorable for it, to be fair. Oh, here we go. To study photography under Mark Jefferson. Insert hearts and flowers. Yeah. Shit is crazy with a K. Oh, she's a dork. Let's see. Nobody will know me except for Chloe. Who knows how different we are now. So I can even cut my hair. And get a tat and some piercings. Maybe date a cute foreign exchange artsy from Paris or Rome. I can do anything, unless I get busted. Let's see. Dorm. Yeah, there you go. Her name's Kate's like Kate, Brooke, Taylor, Alyssa. She's kind of put them together. Your kind of grammar sucks there, actually. Victoria Chase. Yeah, so Victoria is still Victoria, pretty much. Speaking of, at least one great thing did happen today. Mr. Jefferson's photography class, and you immediately get that she has a thing for him. I don't really know why, to be honest. If I was a girl, I'd be like, he's not all that. But all the girls seem to love him for some reason. Which is a very fun when you get to the end of the game. Lisa Rage, for famous photographer, found as my homework. Mr. Jefferson assigned us a ton of reading, but this is exactly what I want to study. Jefferson is super cool and super chill. He doesn't try to be too him, just says what he thinks and expects us to as well. I think he's a genius. OMG, I want to marry him. Just joking. Yeah, I'm just looking for Chloe mentions here. Here we go. So this is what I was talking of. Everyday Heroes contest. I probably would suck at doing that, really. She puts another side, like, here. I have plenty of time to stress and whatever that word is. Now, how much homework are you avoiding? Nothing yet. Okay.
Me too, Victoria. He captured the essence of post-war beat America. and there
I
was
should take a
honesty about
picture
the
to prove I'm
economic
still
conditions of the
here.
era.
Plus,
What
it's
a beauty
perfect
in
for
the
my
struggle.
portfolio.
Yeah, so it's
And I have
basically
to get my
making you
daily
get
selfie
her
quota.
into trouble.
Explains why Frank was Kerouac's photographic
Why
muse.
would you do
and both were the
this?
great chroniclers
You're in a
of
class.
the 1950s. Well, I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift.
Yeah, you can tell he's very
Of course,
old-fashioned.
as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
That's fair.
The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
You'd think Max would know this, being like a photography buff. You know, you'd think she'd sort of know this right off the bat, but it takes a little bit later till she actually figures out the answer. Let's do this one.
I did know, but I kind of forgot.
You either know this or not, Max.
Yeah, and
Is
you
there
can instantly
anybody
get her
here who
shy
knows her
persona
stuff?
right there.
Louis
She's
Daguerre was a French
almost
painter
like
who
really
created
nervous about even talking to him.
a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror.
See, why is
Now you're
Victoria
totally
here?
Stuck in the retro zone.
She doesn't
Sad face.
need to be here. She
Very
knows
good,
everything.
The Daguerrean process.
You can
brought out
instantly tell
fine
she's
detail
trying
into
to
those
impress
faces,
him. She's going
making
with
them
the where
extremely
and the
popular
how.
from the
She's being very
1800s on.
thorough with her answer.
The first American daguerreotype self-portrait was done by Robert Cornelius. You can find out all about him in your textbook,
or even online. Yeah, he's very old-fashioned.
And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
So literally no one but Victoria has entered a photo. Literally no one. Stella and Alyssa weren't even doing it. There are new characters in this game who have only
Victoria doesn't waste a
got
second
referenced in
kissing
the
ass.
yeah. They actually got mentions in the first game, like small cameos, but they're kind of new characters at this point.
Of course,
In a way.
Victoria has to have the bestest, newest, most expensive everything.
Yeah.
I should have known. She'll have better equipment than Blackwell.
See, that's what I'm thinking. Why is she even here? She's obviously got the money to get all the gadgets and stuff she wants. She already knows everything, as you just saw. With all the speed and power expected from new greenlit, the GRLT 64s is packed 64S is packed with expanded features and magnetizability. Is that Jesus Christ? It shoots what you want, where you want. Straight out of the camera's JPEG images already have superb quality, including a new level of depth, sharpness, and malleability. Jesus Christ. So she's literally gonna enter the contest with a photo taken from this fucking camera. That's literally what she's doing.
Even her school books are gift wrapped.
Yeah.
I can't believe she made fun of me in class. What is she, 15 years old? And people laughed.
Yeah, well, you don't really know how to really stand up for yourself yet.
Damn, they have carbon fiber tripods here. The ball head even has a pan lock. God, I'm such a photo nerd.
Yeah, you kinda are.
That was amazing when Mr. Jefferson took a class picture the first week. Even though I didn't want to be in the picture at all, it was fairly fucking cool to watch him at work framing us.
So yeah, that's Hayden now. That's Alyssa, who doesn't know she's only a picture. And Victoria's a few years older. He's new, she's new, and she's kind of new. Again, she's referenced. Kate Marsh there is completely new. Stella Hill gets mentioned, but is sort of new. He's definitely new. Daniel, I think his name is, if I remember rightly.
That printer is amazing. I'd love to see how it reproduces my pictures. I could pump out a whole gallery show with that thing. When I don't suck. Someday. I love seeing Mr. Jefferson's awesome photos on these magazine covers.
Pop Mike is Grunge Dead, featuring the latest words from Mark Jefferson. 10 reasons to get electronic mail. What? We're in 2013, email's a thing.
Obviously, Blackwell spent bank on the computers here.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody was already working on this. Cool.
So this is already here. You're seeing what the Prescotts wanted to do with the money that they put into the school, and now you see like the improvements. I think this is a completely new room in it. You don't really get to be in Blackwell that much. You only get like a couple of rooms. Where did papers come
now
from?
I wish I wouldn't have read this. Purge.
So yeah, over here. The most adorable cinnamon roll in all of Life is Strange. I'm literally part of the Kate Marsh protection squad. She is like adorbs. Seriously.
Kate looks so sad and quiet today.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Kate Marsh is she's gone through some shit. We'll find that out later.
Hi, Kate. Oh. Hi, Max.
I mean, like from that very first thing, she just oozes innocence. It's just like, oh my god. Oh shit! I'm pressing A. I need to learn to do this.
Kate, I hope I didn't
That habit's gonna be hard to
embarrass you with
break.
my lame answer.
It sucks to be dragged into the spotlight.
Unless you're Victoria.
She's got nothing on you, Max. Well, I should get going.
Aw.
Yeah, me too. Talk to you later.
Sure.
I can't remember her first name. Damn it! I can't remember the actress's first name, but I think it was. Ah, shit! I've forgotten it to lose me. Damn it! We watched a stream of Brian Deckard streaming the game, and she actually appeared with them, which was great.
This
It's
is
great to see.
definitely where cameras go to heaven. Oh man, they have those sweet ultrasonic lenses. And look at that vintage rangefinder. What?
Yep. Max is in gush mode.
This might make a cool shot.
Yeah, I gotta try and learn to break the first game's habit. Oh! There's your first thing of Rachel Amber. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm literally part of the Kate Marsh protection squad, and she's just literally adorbs. And that's all I really need to say. Aw.
Man, he even has the best plasma HDTV for a class monitor. Can't wait to watch some more documentaries on this bad boy.
You're nerding out, Max.
Even in pictures, the forest around here always looks mysterious.
So you instantly got an instant vibe just looking at this that Max has already been here before. Like, well, not before
You
now.
can never
but-
escape the lighthouse here.
Yeah, the whole storm would be able to tell you that. Now, what I did was I immediately just left.
Here's the poster for the contest. Mr. Jefferson really expects me to enter. Why? I don't know if I'm ready for my 15 minutes of infamy.
Yeah, so Max is you're definitely seeing the shy Max. You know, the Max that, you know, she's very low key. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to be like number one. She doesn't want to be the center of attention. She doesn't like it. She can't. What's the word? Is it introvert? You know, where they kind of. Or is it, I don't think it's extrovert. That's more Chloe. You know, more energetic and open to things. And Max just wants to be in the background. I think that's introvert.
Every time I look at Victoria, I feel like she's talking smack about me.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, Max, because she's threatened by you. So you're doing something right.
This is ridiculous. I always
You're getting
get
her
so
to
shy
work.
and nervous around Mr. Jefferson.
I kind of see that this is the thing. She's kind of gushing over a guy that's like double her age and a school teacher.
Whoa, Mr. Jefferson is not messing around with that monster. He probably paid 20 grand for that camera. I bet he gets pristine digital images. But I still dig my little instant camera.
Yeah, it can be quite appealing. You know, because you don't need a computer, you don't need a memory stick. You get your photo like here and there. But I think the problem with Polaroid is like red eye and shit. Not that I fucking know. I have rarely ever taken pictures of myself. I am not a selfie guy. I will tell you that right now. That camera over there, actually looks a lot like the camera we saw in Farewell, you know, in the attic. And yes, I am going to be exploring every inch of this game. This is my last playthrough of it, so I'm going to be very thorough.
Excuse me.
But like I said, I'm going to try and
Mr.
keep the game
Jefferson, can I
moving
talk to you for a
whilst I'm
moment?
doing that,
Yes.
so I don't
Excuse you.
No, Victoria.
end up sitting
Excuse
and
us.
just talking for 15
I'd never
minutes.
let one of
Probably
photography's
only I'll ever
future
do that at
stars
the
avoid
end,
handing in
because there'll be a
her
lot of stuff to mention that I have to do that. So we'll pick a Maxi answer here.
Do I have to? I just don't think it's that big a deal.
Max, you're a better photographer than a liar. Now, I know it's a drag to
Yeah.
hear some old dude lecture you, but life won't wait for you to play catch up. You're young, the world is yours, blah, 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 right? But you do have a gift. You have the fever to take images, to frame the world only the way you envision it. Now, all you need is the courage to share your gift with others. And that's what separates the artist from the amateur.
She'd only ever share anything with one person. Ever. Like, ever. But yeah, there is kind of an underlying reason why he's doing that. But that's a long way away yet, so I won't mention it. But yeah, I don't get it, because the Everyday Heroes contest seems like something for, he's talking like it's something for more established people, and Maxi is like a rookie here. You know, I guess it's freshman for you Americans, but you know, she's pretty much a rookie here. So why would she have the opportunity to do that? Wouldn't she take a year to learn
You
first?
didn't tell me how cute I looked yet.
It would probably be better if she took a year to learn.
Welcome to the real world.
Just cute.
Hot.
Then I might send you a special picture.
I'm not paying $150.
Because Max wants everybody to see how hip she is.
She plays it so shy. I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total loser.
I think I relate to Max in some way, because I was exactly the same at school. I didn't really have like any groups of friends to hang out with. The only thing I could probably resemble that was the same classmates throughout my whole school years. I was with the same class every year, which I think was a good thing, because I started to get comfortable with it, you know. I mean, this is such a fucking awesome shot. You know, when the Life is Strange thing comes up, that's fucking sick. I was literally hooked. And what I noticed about this game very quickly was its currency. And what I mean is it feels really, like, recent, like current. It's got references and everything's, like, very recent.
Popping up everywhere.
So, yeah. This is the Rachel Amber plot point I was telling you about. She's gone missing, basically, since April, and you probably noticed that a little bit at the end of Before the Storm with that ending. Let's see. So yeah, tattoo on her calf with a dragon and a star on the inside of her left wrist, which is literally... the star in the inside of her left wrist. Right, so that's the tattoo that Chloe draws on her. I know, because I picked it in my first playthrough of Before the Storm when we reached episode 2. The kiss wasn't an option, so the star on her inside of the left. So that means then that friendship is the canon, surely. It must be. So friendship in the first episode is canon, I guess. Unless she told her that. But maybe the kiss wasn't canon. Maybe it was the tattoo. Maybe she said we were more than friends, but she didn't make the move in episode 2. That makes sense.
Evan doesn't say much to me, but his photos.
So yeah, this is
are very
Evan.
cool.
He's definitely grown up from when we last saw him.
Alyssa is always texting, but she doesn't hang out with a lot of people.
Alyssa is cool. I like her.
I hate having everybody see inside my locker.
So this is Max's. I think Chloe's was like over here. So no, it's not the same locker. That
I love that picture of Mom and Dad. Hello, Jack. Kiss, kiss.
nah.
Andy, you look totally fabulous as usual.
I'm guessing they're photography people rather than any crushes Max has or whatever.
Yes, this poster must stop bullies dead in their tracks.
Nope.
That's Dana talking to.
So yeah,
think
Dana
his
and
name's
Justin,
Justin.
they've grown up a bit. I'm not really sure what that is.
Stella is always deep in her notes.
Yes.
She didn't come to Blackwell to mess around.
See, now I'm not sure if I think I mentioned it before the storm. She doesn't look like someone who would take drugs.